story begins at the London Coffee Festival in 2018 on day 4, which is why I sound like this. And right now, everything's still getting set up, and it is the quiet before the storm. This weekend just gone was the London Coffee Festival, and as you can tell from my voice, I am in recovery mode right now. And in attending it, in participating in it, I learned 3 things. I learned something about filmmaking, I learned something about the festival itself, I learned something about business. Now, my plan when I went was just to go, take my camera, shoot a bunch of video, and try and capture what's new and interesting at the festival. In truth, there wasn't very much. It's a big show. There is a lot going on. There's all sorts of kind of coffee equipment and technology. There's obviously an enormous number of coffee experiences there, with roasters and other people just serving amazing cups of coffee. And then also around the show, there's just kind of all sorts of everything kind of connected to the show, as well as big coffee competitions going on, which is the UK Barista Championships and the Coffee Masters. And what I learned was that's not enough of a plan for a film. There wasn't really anything there, a couple of exceptions, to talk about. You know, my plan fell to pieces pretty quickly. I learned that you really need to plan a little bit better than that, and you can't just kind of wing these things and end up with something interesting. During the show, I worked out something kind of important about exhibiting at these kind of very popular, very busy shows. If you're a business coming here, I think it's a pretty bad place now to try and grow your business through new customers. I think a lot of the people you're going to meet and interact with here probably already know you, your brand, your company, and they want to come and see you and have that decision to be a customer reaffirmed, right? It's a great place to meet existing customers, but in amongst the chaos, in amongst the endless good, great coffee experiences, I think it's a really terrible place to try and win new business, to develop new customers, because there's simply too much competition. From our point of view at the show, we've seen loads of people who already buy from us, who want to come and talk to us, put a face to a name, just you know, make it a little bit more real, that we are people, that we're passionate, that we're excited, and I think deepening relationships is a much better and more possible outcome at a show like this than creating a whole bunch of new ones is. The festival this year kind of wrecked my head. It caused me some mental anguish because I just couldn't understand it anymore. It was so big, so unwieldy, that it was just unapproachable. So I can drink maybe 10, 12 coffees at an event like that. I can taste a few things, I can finish some drinks, but I'm going to tap out pretty quickly because I'm going to feel sick. There were probably 200, maybe more coffee experiences available at that show. As an attendee, you're supposed to go on a half-day ticket. Now, I have no idea how you're supposed to get the best out of that show. Sure, you should probably plan. If you've done these things before, then you know that planning is a good thing, and going to that thing, I met a bunch of people actually who had a plan. And they executed it, and they saw what they wanted to see, and they left. But it doesn't leave much room for discovery. And I feel like the show got there in a very normal way. And this is the lesson for me, because it started out as a concentration of an interesting thing, coffee in London. And there was an industry that wanted to do it, and a consumer, or a bunch of consumers that wanted to go and see it. They sold a few thousand tickets, and so next year, it got bigger. And every year it got bigger. More tickets, more stands, more space, more tickets, more stands, more tickets, more stands, more tickets, more stands. And suddenly you're at this point where you're at now, where it's too big. And the lesson is, I think you have to be at all times your own customer. I think the people who organize the festival don't really think about what it's like to attend the festival. They should go out, they should line up in the street, they should, have their ticket stamped, they should come in for half a day and see what they get done. See what they see if they felt like they missed out in a way that maybe wasn't very satisfying. Because even as someone exhibiting there, like, we can speak to a few thousand people over the 3-4 days that we're there, but 30,000 plus people came through. We can barely scratch the surface. We'll barely speak to 1 in 10 who attend. So I don't need there to be more people. I can't deal with more people, nor can anyone with a booth there. And so that's the lesson. Growth is good, but as you grow, you have to go back to being your own customer again. If you're a coffee shop, you have to go and line up in your own line, order coffee, wait, get it, drink it, sit down, find a seat, see if the tables are dirty, see if they're clean, see what the service is like, see if your seats are comfortable. All these little things matter. If you're a roaster, you should really buy a bag of your own coffee online. Often, regularly. Is it a fun experience? Is it a good experience? We should always be our own customers. I think that, for me, was a great lesson and a great reminder from the show. So that's it. That's what I learned this year at the London Coffee Festival. I was kind of amazed at how many people came up and said they're enjoying the videos. So that's very, very motivating. So thank you for that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new here, if you want to follow along, and I hope you have a great day.